Alright, so I'm mostly here to justify myself and explain a few things. We both had health problems. Apparently she had brain swelling. That's awful. I was worried, I guess. I'm pretty sure something along those lines, right at the top under me, right there. I do have syrinxes in me spine, so I was getting in the right direction. Who knows why, though, yet. Now here's where I need to justify. It is foolish. I would like to enjoy life before I die. Pre-extant problems feel like being in the situation you're about to see. And here's my conclusion.
One shallow breath, one tiny movement of the eye is enough to bring on instant death. If it goes on like this, I'll go insane. The clash of two Jonin intent to kill. I've never felt anything so chilling. It's as if my own life is being choked off. No, I can't bear it. I'd rather take my own life.
Sasuke!
Yeah, he's literally me. Like, literally me in that situation. So... I just want to know whether it was stupid or not, because she's, like, smart. She's quite smart. Out of 100 people, type of thing. But anyway, I guess I'm on a Sasuke roll. So, in a disturbing archetypical way here, feels like having a heart that can choose to conclude itself and you at any time is like having a malicious, horrifying predator stalking me at all times. I really feel for older folks even more now. It's just, okay, hold on, let's watch this first before we read that. So, you get what I mean, I'm sure. Archetypal meaning like a mythological, abstract, common, repeating pattern of representation. It's fucking with me mockingly. Okay. Yeah, bro woke up and chose neurodivergence, that's for sure. Anyway, she's, maybe it's time to stop. You should probably do that thing. So... not the best outcome per se, but I think I was being reasonable and spitting. But also understandable in some sense. It's just my personal feeling on it. I have much more things like that. Now I know it's impersonal and indifferent and doesn't care, but that makes it feel sadistic like that it can just pull up on you at any time in a scary way like that. It's hiding in a dead snake. It's like can be your body in a way. So I'll show a few of those. I'm actually going to do a separate screen recording that this will be next to in the files. But I'm not so convinced at that highest level that it's not malicious, which would then make the lower level of just, oh, your heart just stopped working, actually, in fact, that way. But who can say, really, right? There's no way of knowing. Other than a very strong, strong feeling. And what else do we have but feeling? Okay. So this is not the one with the evil Morty, me, at the end of it. Evil Morty me. The me who is like evil Morty. So here's the Instagram for documentation in, what's it called? Crazy doing high level stuff while you're melting in your brain. Slowly. my point. So this will contribute to my point. It will. It really will, actually. All this is extremely serious, and I will make 100% sure to make in clear and no uncertain terms that that is what this is in reality. Unless we can't do it, in which case we'll mess around a heck up. This is old. This is the very first reckoning. Very well. I had written some prototype ponderings in 2020 when I was having a spiritual moment. Did I have any conception of it before then? And did I have a need for it? There was certainly something bubbling up. But I think when I had the need for it, and I had the openness of mind to understand the possibilities, I was also listening to a lot of, maybe not the greatest thinkers of all time, who really is. And I will be covering this, by the way. I'll mute myself and talk about this and pause it as I do. People like Jordan Peterson, people like Christopher Langan, people like Terrence McKenna, people like Alan Watts, and many others. During a stressful time, 2020 was quite stressful. I was quitting alcohol. I didn't say I had a different idea. It was more so an expansiveness of my mind's borders and range and boundaries, which then allowed me to probably the first definite concrete time I remember it, unless I can trace exactly through like the digital footprint of it. That's not, well, that would be public, but private digital footprint. Fuck. Have I been blocking things? We're gonna restart. We are gonna restart. Except for the ones that definitely could not have, that would have been the first. The most concrete, definite time I remember was in July of 2021. So when I first did a drawing, I must have been working over it in my mind around April. So I realized how helpless I was in the 2020 situation, the 2020 plot arc. And I took some brain damage, but I recovered pretty decently and quit alcohol, which is like having brain damage in reverse. Quitting alcohol is. And a lot came to me. It definitely did. I could recount it. And I think I will in a different one, but I need to make sure to mention this is a note for self, especially with a damaged brain, and just for safety or ADHD, many number of reasons. I used the image and ideality of Jesus, of Jesus, to quit alcohol. I was thinking, well, I'm suffering, but I could be suffering a lot more, hypothetically. And there are rewards for it. In a manner of speaking, that was kind of the general thought process. And so I had to imagine, if Jesus was real, what would he be like? How would he operate? How would he come out of a scientific world? And the reason for this is, well, right there. Yes, they are. Some of them are out of their proper order. I'll be fixing that tonight if I can, or soon, alternatively. Why is this one in all of my highlights? Smaug the Mauger. Yeah, that's necessary. Actually, I don't really want that in there, to be honest. I mean, it was funny, but now it's thinking about it, it's not really that good. Sorry, Smaug the Martyr. Smaug. Doesn't even rhyme. I was kind of assuming people would think that. I think there was something where I said. There was something in there originally where I said to give it to Jordan Peterson. I don't think he cares though. But you know, people. I'm not so sure about Christopher Langan and his Mega Society or MIT as a whole. But my aunt, Lex Friedman, and Jordan Peterson, I would still have faith in. It's just they're too large and too busy. And Christopher Langan's great. He just has some ego problems, straight up. And he's quite brilliant, obviously. But then again, the process is designed to inherently account for the possibility and nature of humans as those kinds of things. You can't fault us for it. It's not our bad, really. And I'll be talking about that in a response to a YouTube comment that I will be doing soon because it's really stuck out to me. It was an interesting comment. So, there you go. There's the Instagram part.